After PSVR 2's official announcement, I came to a realization that Sony has an insane plan to change the way the public perceives virtual reality. If Meta was the company to make VR mainstream with the Quest 2, then the PSVR 2 is about to make AAA VR a household commodity. For the skeptical out there, this may seem like a bold claim, but believe me, what Sony is about to do with the PlayStation VR 2 is a good thing for all fans of virtual reality. The question at hand, though, is how will Sony do it? And to get to that conclusion, we have to go back to 2015. 2015, the year that Bitcoin was $238 a pop, and instead of investing it, I was using it to buy illicit goods over the internet. So I didn't have to suffer with the crippling reality of being a young parent, working full-time, and flunking out of college. This wasn't the only disappointment of that year, though. We were also introduced en masse to virtual reality through the use of phone-based headsets like the Samsung Gear and many other knockoffs that soon found their way to the bottom of Goodwill's garbage bin. I had my eyes set to the future, though, really ever since I first heard Sony talking about Project Morpheus. In a lot of ways, 2016 was a pivotal year for virtual reality. The first consumer rendition of the Oculus released, and the next month followed with the insanely popular HTC Vive. It was truly the birth of high-end virtual reality experiences. Financially, at the time, it just wasn't going to work for me to spend $1,200 to get into VR. And while it was something that I was beyond excited to experience deeper, most of what was coming out at the time kind of seemed just like shovelware. It wasn't until Capcom made the announcement that Resident Evil 7 would be compatible exclusively with PSVR that I absolutely knew what platform I had to go with. Plus, considering I had already had a PS4, it just was much more feasible to save up $500 for the bundle kit than spending $1,200 on a new PC. While I was waiting and saving beyond even the launch date of the PSVR, I was getting excited with PSVR Without Parole's videos essentially on repeat, eagerly awaiting the day that I would also be able to see these fantastic worlds. When the day finally came and Resident Evil 7 was released, I was blown away. I was completely all in for the future of VR and gaming, and I knew this wasn't some gimmick. This wouldn't be going away, ever. Then and now, so many people dig on the PSVR for being an inferior headset because of the resolution of the screen or Move controllers, and yeah, neither one of those things is perfect. However, it really came into a market ripe for its arrival. The install base of PS4s was insanely large, Sony was actually supporting the headset with exclusive game lineups and peripherals, and it was the cheapest way to get into the higher-end VR market at the time. Not only that, but I'm pretty sure due to 2017's GPU price hike during the cryptocurrency boom, the PlayStation VR became the best-selling tether-based VR headset. Even though sales would slow down over the years and other headsets would outshine the PSVR due to its technical shortcomings and aging PS4 architecture, Sony still continued to support it and release or make exclusive deals with developers, bringing more games to the VR platform, even finishing out the year of 2021 with some of the coolest VR experiences coming to PlayStation VR first. Looking back on the history of PSVR and looking forward from the CES announcement of the PSVR 2, I can see another ripe point in the market for Sony. While the PS5 is still hard to find at MSRP, it is becoming much easier, and even the scalpers are having to lower their outrageous prices. On the other hand, PCVR is getting more difficult due to the continued GPU shortage and cost increase of older GPUs because of the continued cryptocurrency boom. This is really setting up Sony and Meta to be at war for the next generation of VR headsets. One of the key pieces of this war, though, I believe will be Sony and Meta's very different visions for VR in the future. The power of PlayStation and Sony, though, has and always will be making great games that are of the highest quality. Even though we didn't see any long-running Sony franchises make it to virtual reality on the first generation of PlayStation VR, I think it's safe to say that since the first game announced for PSVR 2 is a Horizon VR game, you know that Sony is going to be bringing many of its best franchises to VR this generation. The Oculus Quest 2 has some of the most fun games you can currently play in virtual reality. However, the issue that I see going forward is Meta discontinuing the Rift headset line and going down the path of standalone VR, which means that they will be pouring less money into these kinds of experiences and more money into these kinds of experiences. On the other hand, Sony is picking up where Valve left off. Leading, inspiring, and funding the future of AAA VR titles will only lead to more cases where amazing experiences come to PC. And with Sony's continued interest into expanding into the PC market, it wouldn't surprise me if they end up bringing PC compatibility to their first-party titles down the line, and even making the PSVR 2 usable for PC VR. So you could really boil down Sony's insane plan to just an extremely calculated risk of taking the most loved PlayStation franchises and bringing that insanely high AAA quality standard to VR. I want to thank you for making it this far into the video, and I wanted to announce something very exciting, and that's that VR Monkey on Twitter, who is a Brazilian game studio, they actually reached out to me and gave me some keys to give away to my community or for me to sample the game and talk about it. To start out with, there is a key hidden in this very video. Enjoy the scavenger hunt, and I just want to thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, subscribe and you can hop over to my community tab and you can actually get a hint to maybe where you can find that game key. So there you go. I just want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I really do appreciate everyone who supports me. So you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.